In this video, I'm reflecting on my live analysis of 2001 A Space Odyssey and my participation in the Discord discussion. Before the screening, I researched the film's historical context and its reputation for redefining science fiction. I knew it would be slow and visually driven, but I wasn't fully prepared for how confusing it felt at the beginning. There's very little dialogue, and instead of explaining itself, the film relies on long, intense musical sequences and extended visual shorts. During the live screening, I posted about how disorienting that felt, but also how intentional it seemed. As the film progressed, I started connecting it to subject concepts like the novum. In my post, I argued that the monolith functions as the film's novum, the disruptive element that drives change. However, I also shared my personal interpretation that the monolith is less about aliens or advanced technology and more a symbol of the unknown. Its black, unreadable surface represents humanity's limited understanding of its own evolution. Every time it appears, it marks transformation but never explanation. I also discussed how the film represents the future as calm, sterile, and routine, especially in its depiction of space travel. Compared to our current reality, which feels fast, chaotic, and digitally saturated, Kubrick's future feels strangely controlled. That contrast really highlighted the tension between imagined futures and lived experience. Engaging with my peers deepened my analysis. Some focused on HAL as the central novum, linking it to anxieties about artificial intelligence. In my replies, I built on that idea, suggesting that HAL could actually be a consequence of the evolutionary push symbolized by the monolith. These exchanges moved beyond opinion and became critical conversations grounded in lecture concepts. Overall, this live analysis shifted my perspective. What began as confusion became satisfaction. The film's silence, slow pacing, and powerful music forced me to reflect rather than passively watch. 2001 A Space Odyssey ultimately feels less like a story about space and more like a mediation on humanity's relationship with the unknown, something that feels very incredibly relevant today.